You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't need one myself, you see. Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels water, almost magically. The company makes them for offshore platform personnel. Very sturdy. What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. More lessons in basic reality? My favorite part of the day. Go ahead, ask me anything. A bird? A sphenicid? A flightless bird of the polar regions? Ah! This is the pier of Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33A, where the tenants have been kind enough to... or two. A pre-revolutionary tenement. Old buildings are called tenements, you see. And new buildings, bâtiments. After les bâtiments nouveaux. But 33A and 33B are not. This one used to be 8 to 10 stories tall. A real high-rise by the standards of the last century. Built to mirror the skyscrapers across the bay in the Delta. Mostly the urban middle class, I believe. This was once primo real estate, before the cannons lopped 4 or 5 stories off. Splat, splat.
You could be wrong, but from here it appears as if she's running the brush.
Wonderful. What I am not is a basic term of reality.
There may be a way to get her speaking about. Everyone wants to talk about themselves. She will, in time.
It's a neurological disorder caused by a lack of vitamin B in the brain. Symptoms include...
She conveys it in short, cold bursts, trying not in case he goes down later, souring the entire portfolio.
It's not just me, Detective. All of Martinez has placed its chips on your success. I pray we've... Well, it's either bariatric surgery or long-term alcohol use.
She nods slowly.
The girl in the old lady rags looks like a sullen and rebellious member of a teen infraculture. Yes, you and I belong to the supraculture. We're common, the herd. The music on the radio, the food in the chain restaurant, those are all too popular for the girl. She prefers a fantasy world, an infraculture with its own dress code and vernacular. It is an illusion, I'm afraid. There is no refuge from the supraculture. I can't. That's how simple it is. One may dye their hair green and wear their grandma's coat all they want. Capital has the ability to subsume all critiques in... All right. What next? These are unimportant times, Detective. You and I were born after the dust had settled. 1,000th of a second too late for the big time. The revolution. It's quite easy. Every 100 years or so, our species gets together to decide what's next, who gets shot in the head, and who gets the mineral rights. It's a real kerfuffle. Those would be the communists. Generally speaking, 40 million people got shot in the head during the World Revolution. But the communists...
She's not gloating. It's a relief.
Oh, and the anarchists too. They shot them well. So well, one forgets they even existed. Did they ever? Before they got shot themselves, they shot 2 million people. Yes, the Red Deluge. The Insulindian Deluge, they call it. Yes, an acute thiamine deficiency can be exacerbated by alcoholism. Exacerbated means made worse. Oh, lots of people. Even the king got shot in the head, or thrown beneath a horse, or drowned. Accounts differ. It was unceremonious. Just as well, he wasn't actually the king. Just the king's nephew. The real king abdicated and lived out a long and productive life as a venture capitalist in Grad. Which one? Actually, it doesn't matter. King Guillaume has always been my favorite. He could smell a PR disaster brewing. So he got out alive, and him and tens of thousands of his wonderfully fascist kingsmen. It was a wild time. The Liberals got the mineral rights. And by mineral rights, I mean everything. Liberals are usually middle-class people, Detective. Or the remaining gentry. The beneficiaries of the pre-revolution. Some were rich enough to stay with a constitution, with monarchy. Big mistake. Others bet on the revolution. They were called the ultras, or ultra-liberals. They didn't win so much as survive. We were the last ones standing when the war...
We? She's one of them. Of course.
To foreign intervention. The coalition. Those people really took the mineral rights. The Liberals took everything that wasn't nailed to the ground. The coalition took the ground. The ocean, the laws, and the people. The coalition of nations. Grad, Mesk, Vesper, Messina, Oranje, and Sur-le-Clay, the armed center of the world. They landed here and ended the revolution.
There is bitterness in her voice, tempered with understanding.
The moralists believe in keeping everything exactly the way it is. They believe in mineral rights, and not shooting people in the head. At least not in the same manner and volume as the others do. They are the long-standing provisional...
The rulers of Revachol.
This is their zone of control. They embolden the RCM with crumbs of the same law they took. Technically speaking, you are a moralist.
The color of moralism is blue. The official motto of Moral Intern, or Moralist International, is a blue forget-me-not, a piece of grey sky. Unofficial. For a moment, there was hope.
A devout man of the center. Hard to come by. It's good to have someone who takes a moderate approach to head shooting. In your line of work, I mean. The turn of the century revolution? The revolution began in '02 on the Isla of Grad, though by the end nearly the whole world had gotten involved. It wasn't a who, but a what. A pandemic of Sarat, a particularly virulent prion disease, which the authorities in Grad proved unable to contain. It made people overthrow their governments. Of course not. It was a highly infectious microorganism that destroyed brain tissue. The actual causes of the revolution were from Revachol and Grad? Not far. The world managed to cauterize itself. Mazov's government was overthrown in '08. Why? You and I, officer. Our lives in the zone of control.
Something tells you her life and yours are not that similar.
A city-state divided into free market zones under the everlasting interregnum of the coalition of nations.
The clatter of typewriter keys fills the main hall of the reappropriated silk mill. Precinct 41. Chad Tilbrook presses enter. Outside.
The zone of control is the third incarnation of Revachol, after the failure of modernity. They developed the marvels of the inter-eslary communication, telematic milieus, radiation, colored plastics. Meanwhile, in Revachol West, the
51 minus 8 equals 43.
time flies. The 20s saw a decade of urban war, west of the river leveled, offshore platforms in flames. Still, it's regarded as an improvement on what... The 30s? Things settled down in the 30s. Revachol East transformed itself into the world's largest tax haven, with the international community's blessing. Yes, and quantitative easing. It was a market mirage, unfortunately. The 40s dispelled it, and East... Welcome to reality, baby.
From the looks of it, the 50s haven't been much better for the zone of control. You can see it in her eyes. Days slipping away.
I've no right to be dissatisfied. This shirt is Barbara Muscova, this raincoat is impervious to rain and is guaranteed for 100 years. My daughters will wear it. No, it's just... We could have had so much more. Every one of us. If only we played it right. Good question.
No, her first.
And I asked you, past-less detective of the Citizens Militia, what insight has acute encephalopathy given to you? So a quarter of humanity simply lost their minds. And how would you stop a prion, a complex folding protein, unlife, with the technology 50 years ago? Good hygiene. Really. A very moderate solution to an extreme problem. When they failed to step up, Marzov and his party stepped in. They are what they... Anyway, enough sent...
Now's your chance. Ask her who she is. She won't get out this time. She won't maneuver her way out of this one.
I am the vilest of the vile. A traitor. I am an ultra.
She raises the corner of her mouth, smirking, revealing a canine.
An ultra-liberal. It's a type of liberal. From the revolution. It's, not the moderate kind. Haven't you heard? I am a nether creature of the Forbidden Swamp. One of those who pushed the king under a shit wagon and betrayed the revolution. I can see you thought I'd gone extinct. No sane person identifies as an ultra-liberal anymore. Not in broad daylight. You're a centrist at heart.
In her green eyes you see a mixture of truth and self-satire. Forgive her, but only because you like pearlescent teeth and those light green eyes.
A devil, who being of great charm and guile sneaketh into the homes of the godly. I hope so. I hope we are able to continue as friends despite my scaly bulk. And the insanity. When the dust settled, the liberals were the only ones left to clean up the mess. By virtue of their survival, they were handed enormous power to shape the future. This was all our last generation. With due respect to our overlords, the eternal caretaker government that keeps... I would not have relinquished sovereignty to the coalition. Not here in Martinez, and not in the Stella Maris or Delta Beachheads either.
She realizes her small, cold fists suck.
Then for my daughters, we had an obligation to defend our sovereignty. We should have burned the whole Isla down.
Dark orange flames reflect in her green eyes. An oil fire on the ocean.
Perhaps. My intellectual vanity...
You're no dummy yourself.
A smart boy getting smarter, one basic term of reality at a time. Yes. Whatever else I am, I'm also a mother and a wife. Now, shall we return? Glad to have been of assistance. The little...
it's getting cold. The bed is comforting, if... Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets...
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument.
Recorded in you. Forever. On ferrotape.
No. You're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great on and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time.
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out, you can never forget this shit.
It's not possible anymore. It's stuck.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day.
For the working class, for the greater good.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth. There he goes again. He's a real political...
He's got no idea what he's in for.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together. Solve the... Good. You're up. Listen, it's a suspicion, or a feeling really, that things are not quite in hand around here. An earth-shattering deduction from your psyche. What will, though? Every day, things seem to spin more and more wildly, out of control. The center isn't holding. Oh, sure. You've been making progress on your case, interviewing people. But who's focusing on the big questions? You've got to find out who bears la responsabilité. Harry, la responsabilité isn't concerned with trivial questions like who killed who. It's about the real issues, the human welfare index. The most awesome, it is human nature to crave la responsabilité and to deny it. Whoa. This isn't some kind of dictatorship. You can't like a committee. There is always time to follow best practices. Once someone's decided to cut corners for the sake of expediency, who knows what swift, decisive action? Only the most even. Your half-brother, the lieutenant, is a natural place to start. Together, you'll be able to discover who has la responsabilité in Revachol. And, if necessary, you'll have the most likely your findings will be collected in a once they've reviewed it. Those same superiors will produce a rest assured, no matter what happens, it will be done through the proper channels. Good luck. Your report.
Yes? I'm glad to hear it, Detective. I was wondering when we'd get to this very If you ask me, it's high time for you to set aside these frivolous side tasks and focus 100. Why are you pronouncing it like that gentleman from the Institute of Price Stability? You know what? Forget it. What specifically are you trying to assign responsibility for? But isn't that our job? Now I understand. Next, I suppose you're going to tell me you need to form a committee to assign this responsibility. Fascinating. And here I believed your recent turn toward. In any event, I am just a humble law official. I may work under the moral intern's umbrella, but I'm certainly not. You know who might be, though? That Mr. Villedroit. The gentleman you met in the young man's apartment. If I were trying to get in touch with the coalition, I would start by seeking him out. But first, now, was there anything else? Wonderful. What is your takeaway? I can't stop a grown man from learning about the fundamental geography.
Perhaps I should have tried, he thinks. Perhaps I was overprotective, is what's insinuated.
In Elysium, behind our eyes, like all human beings, Detective, the world is what it is. Now, was there anything else?
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. Dripping water falls from a high place. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a smell.
No, I won't even try. You know, I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't, huh? You see, a slogan used. You see, a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains.
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning? Sure. What's on your mind? But of course. Well, I do have some money, yes, but that's not what's really...
He's not gonna give you money. What are you doing? Clearly, no. I mean, come on. You need the money. If it's not a thing, he can give you some.
Of course, Detective. I wouldn't have assumed anything else. Matter of fact, I don't know if you're familiar with this, but the Vespertine Department of Justice has published a rather interesting paper on the criminal profile. If not, then you definitely should. If not for tips and tricks, then just for...
You see, a slogan used to intertwine.
Looks like tomorrow never came.
A shaggy look.
Oh,
She must. It's cold out here, but she.
that's my name. I take it you have met the others. Will you help us? That's cool.
She looks prettier all of.
Huh? So should you. Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, well... Look, man,
What did she just say? That's not how a civilian is supposed to address an officer of the law. Your eyes are fixed on her as everything gets very still. Dangerously so. She looks down, pretending to be busy with make her meet you. The kid isn't arrogant. She's just afraid to look you in the eye. You already put her in her place.
You're right. I shouldn't have sworn. I'm sorry.
Her hair is dyed blonde, with dark roots showing. Most men wouldn't exactly call her pretty. There is a man.
Okay. I did, and I'm sorry. For what it's worth, which isn't much.
This is why I didn't go into the tent. Typical delinquency.
You don't get to choose your posse, they choose you. Mine are idiots, but they're mine. I tried to talk Andre out of it. I know. I should have been able to control. May I ask? What did you tell them? Thank you. I'll get them under wraps, I promise. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and...
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... This is a portable recording device. It's for field recording. Low quality, but still. Actually, just one wire. I picked on it till the braiding came loose. The wire leads to a contact microphone. A contact mic records sounds from inside things, like this ice.
Your mangled brain would like you to know there is a boxer called Contact Mike. No, you're welcome.
Yeah, I record stuff with it. No. This is a contact microphone. It's for recording inside.
That's not fair. And an understatement.
The mic? I don't exactly know. Somehow it doesn't pick up vibrations from the air. The book said it only picks up structure-borne sound, if you like technobabble. Same place I got the recorder from, the Palaceum. Oh man, you haven't been to the Palaceum? It's the coolest place in this whole It's a music club and a synthesizer workshop on Boogie Street in Jamrock. Musicians live there, like real musicians. I once saw...
Thinking about it really cheers her up. It's a long way from here, though.
Oh yeah, guess you wouldn't know Van Eyck, or really be a Palaceum going kind of person. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means either. That's cool. Sure. Okay. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice, but there's no way to tell. Not without headphones. I think I just recorded your footsteps too. Not sure. My boyfriend sold them. I don't know, man. Things.
A lie. They were probably pawned off for something suspicious.
The musicians in the Palaceum used them for making music. They looped the stuff, cutting the tapes together. They make music out. Anyway, I thought I'd make some too. It's supposed to be... I don't really know what I'm doing. They use synthesizers too.
She looks at the recording device. The thing she thought would fill her hours with joy and escape.
Take this, you're called.
No, man, fuck that, I'm cool. I'm sorry I said that. I'm sorry about the...
It's okay.
Yeah, maybe you were right about the hat. Go ahead. Okay, bye. Hello again.
The device is cold to the touch.
Hello again.
The device is cold to...
Hello again.
The device is cold to the...
Hello again.
The device is still warm from her touch and heavy as a brick from the batteries inside. The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover. Inside, the tape is rolling. The girl looks at the device in your hands. She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup. The wind howls. It's real. Tell her.
What is? I know. I'll stick to it.
There is little you can do to help her now. But given the chance, you feel like you something changes between you two. She looks at you different.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer? Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boyadero about it if you want to. What is it? Oh, really? So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress. Okay, so you're not that upset, it sounds like. Uh-huh. And you're sure it's social progress you're distressed about?
Perhaps.
Okay. Why do you think that? There you have it then, chick trouble. Not political, are really? You seem to be pretty upset about this, chica. Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you? How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing? Yeah, or it might be that. This one time I did...
It's obvious she's done.
Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank. You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich. You're welcome. Might be for the best to keep that shit forgotten though. Just my opinion.
Yes, but it itches really, really.
Hello again. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the ice. The musicians in... Anyway, I don't really...
She looks at the...
Take this, your call.
No,
It's okay.
go ahead. Recording, I guess. I think I'm recording cracks in the... The musicians in the... Anyway, I don't really know...
She looks at the...
Take this.
No,
It's okay.
thanks. Go ahead.
That's one brutal motor carriage.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribe...
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have...
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality.
Was it a good idea on the lieutenant's part to get into this? Don't even answer that. Just leave. You can always come back later, on your own terms. In the morning light, the white on blue police livery on the motor carriage cannot do something important, something murder related. There's always something important. Doesn't mean this is a Caprice Kinema, the Caprice Motor Corps follow-up to their highly successful with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear wheels through a 4-speed manual gearbox. The Kinema is able to reach 100. The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the... Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
You want to take a closer look? 130.
I reckon that's a 7-liter V12 there.
7.2.
Saying these words brings him immense joy.
Yes.
Helium headlights, it's a bit girly right now. Fitted with some proper off-road components.
We are not going to, though, because this is clearly a sports motor carriage.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
Your test. Get lost! Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it? Look at that fuck does Kuno.
The lieutenant.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno! The fuck? A mug in the trash? Is this about the fucking clothes again? Yeah? I can't hear you, Kuno! Shit, that's tense. Someone's going to the beat-down basement, huh? Mug.
The kid may have something there. He's already.
Kuno doesn't know who put that shit in there. And if he did...
Tell the Kuno who it was. He's curious. He likes putting 2 and 2.
Stop turning into a pig, Kuno! Yeah? Get your bacon shit away. Kuno doesn't like to be seen with the popo. Get your shit done and out of Kuno's face. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. The fuck about it? Kuno's...
He's trying to hide the fact that he doesn't know.
Kuno knows what you meant. Kuno's not a snake, probably climb. You heard Kuno. I don't mess.
There is no Night City anywhere. That sounds like the name of a city in some pulp science.
Kuno gives this info out.
Thanks, Kuno. That's one name you can now cross off the list.
Just a couple of pigs.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty, Kuno!
Your
Get lost!
Kuno doesn't fucking...
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. I am. So are you. What brings you here? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Well, here's to you. Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Muscular, handsome, strong, like one of those military types. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Yes, you know those tiny speaker microphones that fancy security guards sometimes. Just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. Sure. Anything else on your mind? Oh, a committee. And if I may ask, gendarme, what is this?
He's all bemused skepticism. He doesn't actually care what you want with his friend.
God, of course it is. My friend is always trying to convince me I need a little more, as though I don't have enough going on. In any case, I would love to help. But the thing is, I don't know where he is. We don't talk about everything, you see. He might have mentioned something about making a tour of some historical sites up the coast. In an unofficial capacity, of course. Not a clue. I'm not his agenda keeper, you see. I guess you will. You did? And how did you like him? Ah, shoot. Why not? A visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. To his opportunities in Occident, sur la clé. Still, his coming and going brings some life to the village. Or is it just money? I don't know. Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends? That he won't be there when times... It is. On Sundays. He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. What about me, gendarme? Bye-bye, gendarme. Hi again, gendarme.
It's the sports.
Bye-bye. Hi again, gendarme.
It's the sport.
Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen them homos with my own eyes. Just pointing it out. We're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up.
The homosexual underground? Why, yes, I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate? Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night. Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life. Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Rebishol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security. The meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore. Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society, where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. And with mysteries, of course the mysteries are also sexual. You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows, maybe you were homosexual in the past. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look. Do think about it, officer. Absolutely
A man like you can figure out his sexuality in a working day. It won't be 20 hours unless you want to enter the heightened realms of the phantasme érotique after.
Bye-bye, gendarme.
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
She puts her coffee cup down with a soft ring. This does not surprise her.
Did he? I never said he was a good man, or that he had good intentions. Only that he was...
She doesn't care. If anything, she sounds amused.
Where did they get...
It's intercepted radio chatter of the deceased, recorded via
Does he say he's gonna do it Soldier of the Apocalypse style? Yeah. That was practically his pickup line. Did he say whores a lot? Was he pretty much on the verge of doing it Kohoi style? He liked the way it sounded when he said it. As to Kohoi, he wasn't actually there. He didn't do a tour, or at least didn't tell me he did. Would have been overkill anyway. He lived his own little Kohoi. It wasn't his everything. No, I'm pretty sure he did all those things, and then had to internalize them to keep on living, until they just sort of turn into his, what's the word I'm looking for? Running joke. I was gonna say running joke. And it sounds like you didn't even get the good bits. He was like the Seminese conflict, the Kohoi massacre, and the 36 famine in Yezut all rolled into one person, then cast in Orani.
When he said he was done, and done mentally, it didn't sound like a joke. It sounded like a deeply troubled man.
Well, maybe I pieced him back together with my magical... Afraid of what? That tape the Hardy Boys recorded? Your mother probably never told you this, but had I the physical robustness and social support, I'd be in Kohoi. I would be tearing it up Soldier of the Apocalypse style.
Did he tell you he had actually done any of those things?
No. We were too busy laying waste to our own nervous systems to direct any of the fury outward. He seemed...
There is a small measure of pride in her that she could quell the rage. What kind of man was he? Before you go, ask for detail.
Thank you for clearing that up, miss. Whenever you're ready.
She takes a very small sip of her coffee.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He might be wearing a disguise.
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
As if waiting for some kind of reaction or response. Something to
Yes? What is it? Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
You're an asshole. You know what? Maybe we're both assholes.
Please, let's not turn this into another
Again?
He might be wearing...
Yes.
As if waiting for some...
Yes? Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries, unlike you.
Please, let's not turn this...
Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno demo tape. Yeah, Kuno plays on good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
It's always Kuno, never I. Clearly the kid's using the third-person perspective as a shield.
Shoot that shit at Kuno, Pigonaut. The fuck do you want with it? Oh, that? Kuno decapitates pigs. That's just a Kuno...
What?
What?
Fuck you, shitbag!
Well played. No one saw that coming.
Good call, Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno's...
It's always Kuno, never I.
Yeah?
He lays the names out.
Watch out, Kuno! Help!
Help!
Calm down. Anyone watching can see you're doing nothing. Just keep it professional.
Everybody...
Escalate!
Pigs in here, Kuno! Somebody
How did we get here? How did this happen? This makes no sense. There may still be a way out. Just appeal to his reason.
Help! Misters, help!
He's having the time of his life.
He's flashing, Kuno! He's fucking logical! Help! No!
The nearly psychopathic way they could slip in and out.
No one? Kuno's doing this because he likes it, pig.
This is where Kuno establishes dominance. Change of plan. You can't let that happen. It will make things harder down the line.
Help! The pig's gagging him! Kuno can't speak!
Look.
For emphasis, a ghost is saying that.
I know you wanted to hit me. You got that, I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up look. The Kuno's
Relax. He can't read your mind. There's a dead body. Remember, that's what you were doing here. You're a cop on a case.
I can. Kuno can smell that violent shit. I know what you were thinking. I'm gonna fuck that Kuno up. I'm gonna shut his shit down. You're nothing. You're a joke to Kuno.
Backing up was a bad idea. Now he thinks he's a...
Kuno turned you into a...
No, you...
Bitch, you're gonna be in this shit with...
A peepo is a type of hat, by the way.
You don't talk to me about my fucking peeper. You don't know where I come from. You just...
Okay. Kuno is kind to his bitch.
Click, 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 click!
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S. Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who... Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to... All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what...
Fuck you!
She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make...
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
It's okay. The pig's trying to pit us against each...
Idiot.
Fuck does Kuno care?
It's always Kuno.
Yeah?
He lays them.
Watch out! Help! Pig's got...
Help!
Calm down. Anyone watching can see.
Everybody...
Escalate!
Pigs in here in Kuno! Somebody, please!
How did we get here? How did this happen? This.
Fucking logic? No!
The nearly psychopathic.
No.
This change of.
Help! The pig's gagging him!
He's
flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling. Kuno feels it. This.
What?
Officer, this is very far from normal police conduct.
For heaven's sake, he thinks. This has gone too far.
Okay, pig.
If this act was about him trying to establish dominance over you, it...
Kuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't...
The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent.
Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit. The fuck do you want?
He's on your crime scene, bossing you around. And he's been here for some time too.
Fuck does Kuno care? Kuno's...
It's always
Yeah?
He lays...
Watch out! Help!
Can't...
Everybody...
Escalate!
Pigs in here in Kuno! Somebody...
How did we get here?
Fucking logic? No!
The nearly psychopath...
No.
This change of...
Help! The pig's gagging him!
He's
flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late! Fuck does Kuno care? The fuck do you want? Good call, Pigmeister. Don't...
It's always Kuno.
Yeah?
Watch out! Help!
Calm.
Everybody... Pigs in here in Kuno! Somebody...
How did we get here?
Fucking logical? No!
The nearly psychopath...
No.
Change of...
Help! The pig's gagging!
He's flashing Kuno! He's showing his genitals! If you don't help Kuno now, it'll be too late!
Thump. The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your Kuno.
What?
Officer,
For heaven,
Okay, Pig.
if this act,
Kuno knows to...
the creature,
Okay, Pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in this shit.
it's not Kuno. It's Kuno. She came. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Fuck you whispering about?
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But
Fuck you,
she put.
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, Pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even Pig.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking...
She understands what you're trying.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Talk, Pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips.
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does... Yeah. Snuff radio shit. Believe me.
And he doesn't even want to think about it. This isn't just another boast.
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right, C's a killer. Like,
His little green eyes are He's meant everything he said before. But right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like...
A cop would be too large for her to overpower. But a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes. Kuno falls silent.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think. Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people, or crazy people. The fuck...
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered Cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here.
Suroese? Like that man from Shelmdall shit? She could...
Revelshot does have a small Suroese community, or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
Fuck no, she's not me sister. She's just a stray who got in. Like a... Yeah, she was just there.
What was that, Kuno?
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark. Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet. Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too.
You know this. The body goes into a kind of revulsion shock. Murder hangover. That's what killed the kid. Yes. Makes them look for a quiet, dark place and just hide. Must have been her first one. You only get it on the first one.
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home. She's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
Kuno-S, two of a kind.
'Cause she fucking looks like Kuno. No one knows her name. Kuno told you this shit was safe. How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just... Kuno's got this shit under control. Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten it.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take it.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her. Sneak up on you later and fuck you up. You understand? Alright. Now we can do business.
He's breathing heavily. That...
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook...
Oh, don't hook him up with shit!
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we releasing. The pan buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno. Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need. Here, pig. We've fallen now. Performance buddies. Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt?
Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in...
Kuno doesn't...
Wow. So someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown.
You? I wouldn't worry about...
See? You're so regular and vinyl brown, he doesn't even want to talk to you about it. No need to be defensive. The regularity, the brownness, the cut and dry have their appeal. A very standard appeal. Of course you do. And maybe some black shoes or a pristine white shirt to go with that. It's official. My lord's copo type is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Good, good. Of course. To outright declare yourself something dumb. Call the Mama Dakwa. It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore. Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you have...
Fuck does Kuno care? You're dreaming, pig. That's...
A little.
Don't let him dominate you, Kuno! Fuck his fat ass!
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't like half. A baggie, but like in...
That's half a gram.
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not? Okay, Kuno's listening. Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno, that's it. Next time Kuno sees...
What the hell are you signing us up for here? Okay then.
Kuno...
It's you again. What is it? Ian. That fucking fucker. You're the worst cops in Revachol. I gave you gold on that tape.
That fucker wasn't aimed at you. It was at her.
Dark. Dark is when you start a...
Sounds like you wanted it to change her mind about that.
What did she have to say then? Fine by her? This is what people are supposed to be like? Fucking whoop-de-doo.
Yes. In fact, I think she thought it was a little funny.
Funny? No good.
Seems like they wanted to give Klasia a second chance to play.
Alright. All fucking righty then. I guess it...
Please try to control yourself in the presence of visible...
This is just perfect. Just fucking perfect.
Women are crazy. Irrational. That's what you're thinking, right? Also, your fists are itching for a bump.
Yeah, they're all queers. Can't bump, hard fist, or any...
It's alright, Glenn. I just thought I thought anyone would...
Yeah, that was fucked.
He wanted her to see the man for what he was. Now that you know...
I just got too worked up. Big man lost his shit. It's cool now. Nah, I know her. She's just a girl. In over her head. handled him? She got into some stupid
Yes, we heard all about it, and the fact still stands. You were more disturbed by the tape than her.
I already told you. We fucking...
There's less gusto in his voice now. His men too are grown.
Come on, Titus. We know you didn't hang him. He was shot. I know you're tired, so...
You know what? I am tired. I'm tired. Next time you see her, tell her Titus said, that lying, scamming. Yeah.
On the floor, beer drips out of the can.
What is this quiet funeral shit? What we need is some beers in us. Bartender.
Why do we make it 40, huh? Why do we make it 100 beers? You're not loud enough.
100 beers? Now we're talking. Hoppity hop over here, cafeteria manager.
Convince Titus he's being manipulated, but you know someone who might. Fat Angus, the powerful guy. Just remember, it's about more than Glasia. It's about these men and Martinet. Huh? He'll get it. Go on.
Got it. Kill you because they don't like you. All because...
Bring that up one more time, and you won't get...
Yes, I understand, Alain. That's your name, right, Alain? You'll kill us. That's what they do in the Wild North.
It wasn't that. It wasn't.
That's it. That's the weak one. You
Officer, you will be next if you don't shut up.
Firearm, a Glass 08 or a 38 caliber pistol. Either is small enough for you to have. He's onto you. He knows. Steel yourself. Push on. Just ignore Theo. The lieutenant has put down his notebook. His what? Go for it. The lieutenant has his eyes set on the fat guy. Push Angus. We're almost there.
We didn't kill him. We didn't even hang him. He was dead when...
Shut up, Angus!
Fatty! Say one more thing to the cops and I'll...
Dennis, stand down, or I'll beat your head in. Theo, take your hand off the belt. Angie, where's your goddamn inhaler?
I left it home. I can't get it.
Why are you so fucking fat, Angus? Now it's all pointless. Because of you. You wasted my time. I told you...
Lizzie, your help is no longer needed here. Go tell Everard.
Fine. I'll tell him. After a long walk along the coast.
What just happened between these? You're in. He's all yours. Questions. He nods.
You hanged the corpse to cover up the real cause of death, the bullet in his head.
Another nod.
'Cause the girls asked us to. They were in some shit.
Girls plural? There's another girl? 2 of them?
Did she kill him?
Cop, I have no idea. The girl said...
He doesn't think she did. Or at least he...
Classier came down. She seemed really out of it. Drugged up, even more than usual. Bug-eyed and gurning, you know? Not in a fun way. It looked like she'd redosed after something went down. I've seen that look before. She was scared. I knew someone had died. I've done this job for 10 years. I've seen it before. It's the politician in the motel room with the dead hookers and...
Good analogy, boss.
You don't get to talk yet, Shanky. You're still on the bench. And you keep taking it easy, too.
That's okay with the fat man, still wheezing there. He couldn't speak if he wanted to.
We went upstairs. Sure as day the merc was dead. And there was a bullet hole through the window. Fucking... dirty sheets and bottles.
He means they'd been fucking?
Tibbs patched the window. And the corpse. We hanged. Nah, he's my brother.
Right now, he's grateful he hasn't gotten his brother into this mess.
You may have noticed our girl's in some shit of her own. They can't show up on police radar kind. There are people after her. From the old world. They're powerful. Connected to the moral intern. She's clearly afraid for her life. Says if...
That's all he knows.
And why would you help someone like that? By taking...
Why would I? I guess we abide all sorts of runaways and losers here. It's a Martinez thing. Not yet. Just some ideas. She says the shot came from outside, behind the windows. I'm thinking someone's past caught up.
Hers, you mean?
I mean the people after Klausya. Maybe the shot missed. Maybe...
I like that. Been thinking the same thing myself.
My dude. One of those mercenary buddies of his could have done it. They got guns. Training. Years. Tell you what I'd do. Check out the coast for vantage points. Maybe consult with a ballistics buddy of mine. That's what I'd do.
He's calm now. Threw all that turmoil away and became himself again.
In a manner of speaking.
Remember the 2 girls? He may be talking about the other one.
That's right. It was her idea to hang him. I liked it for political reasons. Fella, you think too much. He's off all right.
A little too far there, but you...
That woman is just affiliated with the Hardy Boys. You don't know her, anyway. We're Hardy Boys, and that's it. Glad you understand that.
The lieutenant gives a smile only you can see.
You do that. Hey, cop. Before you go, she, Klausya, came to Martinez to hide. Many of us did. This is where you wash up.
Still, after all this headache.
That's right. If we didn't take care of the people who end up here, this place would just be a couple.
We'll take that into account.